Hey, it's Scott. Welcome to the Daily Push. So I've been talking to you quite a bit lately about the idea of killing off old desires, the things that dominated our lives before we got serious with Jesus, that would have a power or tendency to pull us away from living for Jesus. We've got to get those things rooted up and out of our lives. To give you an example, I've been talking a lot about Judas and how he didn't do that, and it was ultimately his undoing. There was another guy who was there in the middle of Jesus' life at the same time Judas was, a guy named Peter. Peter, just like Judas, had a really kind of bad night on that night when Jesus was dragged in and tried. The same night that Judas betrayed Jesus, Peter, he denied that he knew Jesus. He got into a fight. He literally was brandishing a sword around. He was acting rude and rebellious. He was trying to take things into his own hands. And then when questioned about it, he turned right around and denied that he even knew Jesus. And the crazy thing was, it was a little girl that was asking him. But he was so intimidated, even by a little girl, that he said, man, I don't know him. I have no connection. Now, just like Judas, Peter, when he kind of reviewed how he responded, he was kind of depressed. He said, man, this is not right. But unlike Judas, who said, man, forget it, I give up, when he was confronted with how those old voices were still present, Peter said, I want to do something about it. I want to root those things out, and I want to instead replace them with the pursuit of Jesus. I want to know more about him. I want to know what the Bible has to say. And Peter became a student of the Scripture. Also, another huge thing that Peter did, he said, I want my life to be about serving the needs of others. When I get any opportunity or any chance to help somebody who's struggling, I want to do it. I want to follow through, because that's what Jesus would do. The combination of those things produced a radical change in Peter. Look what he wrote later on. He said, finally, all of you live in harmony with each other. Be sympathetic, love as brothers. Don't repay evil with evil or insult with insult, but be a blessing. Then he went on to say, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you the reason for the hope you have. In that little passage there, he starkly contrasts that night that he had when Jesus was tried. He, instead of being a jerk, says, hey, you know what? Let it go. Be a blessing to anybody who would do harm to you. And you know what? When someone says, what's the hope you have? Don't deny it. Be ready to say, it's Jesus. He's changed everything about me. You and I need to follow Peter's example. We need to get rid of the old stuff and instead be about Jesus. Serve other people just as he would. You've been pushed. I'll see you next time.